one of the things you talked about in previous shows is you've talked often a lot about the sacred anger, right?
Yeah.
And that sacred anger is something that we see a lot in this country through the mighty activism. You see it in other places. One of the things that we've seen in the UK, and I want to think, is it Napoleon who sent us
Yeah.
this wonderful thing on X to Marty and I, and we've both taken a look at it, and it's an interview with Andrew Gold on Heretics with Charlie Downs, who's from Restore Britain. And it's a new movement that has sort of founded around the mass immigration that has gone on, and quite different to necessarily the Tommy Robinson style. He's a young Gen Z academic. He's very bright. But what I think we're seeing now in the United Kingdom, and we will, I think, eventually start seeing here, is you talk about that sacred anger, but that sacred anger is now starting to wake up the stoic rage.
Yeah,
Isn't
well, I
it?
can read a bit. I did actually take a bit out of that interview. It is worth reading. And he was talking about that thing I mentioned before. We've had this experiment in individualism that's controlled by trusted institutions. And he's talking about the way we've had a massive amount of tribalism apparently deliberately injected into it. And he said the key principle of politics is that organisation is power. The organised minority, 100 individuals pointing in the same direction and coordinating, will always defeat the disorganised 1,000. And that's the Te Pāti Māori program as well. And for a very long time, the English and the British more broadly have been that disorganised 1,000, whereas many of those communities that have been brought here through mass immigration don't think in that way. They're organised and they think and act as a group. And that means that the English are at a structural disadvantage because we don't do that. So what you're seeing with all those St. George's flags up is them starting to do that.